Dealers across the U.S. are panicking. Interest rates kept buyers home, and big touring machines are sitting on showroom floors, racking up floor plan interest. Their pain is your gain. We track the 10 touring bikes with the most insane discounts right now, why each is stuck, why it is a smart buy, and the exact negotiation move to use. Number 1. The manufacturer is throwing so much unadvertised dealer cash that you can buy a flagship luxury bagger for the price of a used Honda Civic. Grab a notepad. Kicking off the hunt at number 10, 2025 Yamaha Tracer 9 GT Plus. We open with a motorcycle that is suffering from an American identity crisis. In Europe, the sport touring segment is enormous and riders actively seek out machines like this. In the United States, if it does not have a beak on the front and look like it could ford a river, buyers walk straight past it. 890 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled CP3 inline triple. The radar-linked adaptive cruise control is the part pointer, a forward-facing radar unit that automatically adjusts your speed and applies braking to maintain a safe following distance in highway traffic. This is the technology that premium cars started adding in the 2000s, now on a mid-range sport tour. Buyers just are not noticing it because they are too busy looking at the adventure bikes. The Tracer 9 GT Plus stickers at $16,499. Right now, dealers are letting these go for well over $2,000 off that number because buyers keep walking to the Super Tenere and the T7 instead. The Tracer is the better road machine for anyone who actually stays on the tarmac. Lighter, more agile, with a radar cruise system that the ADV bikes do not have. The negotiation move here is simple. Tell the salesperson you are also looking at the Kawasaki versus 𝗕𝗏𝗧𝗢𝗏 SE at the Kawasaki dealer down the road. Both machines are notoriously slow sellers right now. Pitting two struggling sport tourers against each other forces the dealer to drop the price immediately to keep you in the building. They know if you walk, the next stop is a competitor. Use that. One more context point on the Tracer 9 GT Plus. The radar cruise control is not the only technology advantage over competing ADV bikes at this price point. It also has a 6-axis IMU, cornering ABS and up-down quickshifter, all at a $16,000 sticker that, after dealer discounting, puts you into the mid-14s. For a machine this electronically sophisticated, that is an extraordinary deal. The Tracer 9 GT Plus also earned notably strong reviews from the touring press when it launched, specifically for long-distance comfort and the quality of the windscreen protection at motorway speed. The reviews have not changed. The market simply moved on to the ADV format and left a very capable machine behind at an increasingly attractive price. The Tracer 9 GT Plus is sitting on lots because buyers keep walking past it to the adventure bikes. The machine coming up is sitting on lots for the opposite reason. It is an adventure bike, and a proven one. But Suzuki released a smaller sibling that got all the attention and left the bigger machine standing there wondering what happened. Imagine standing in front of a bike you want, the seller swearing it's perfect. That's where riders overpay by thousands on a $10,000 bike. Our buyer's kit tells you what it's really worth, your fair price, and when to walk away. A wrong bike costs thousands. This kit, just $49. The easiest money you'll ever save. Scan the QR on the right or tap the link in the description. Let's get that bike you've always wanted for even cheaper. Moving up to number 9, 2025 Suzuki V-Strom 1050DE. Here is a strange thing that happens when a manufacturer is too good at their own job. Suzuki released the V-Strom 800DE, and it was so well received that everybody suddenly forgot the 1050DE existed. The bigger bike, with more displacement and more touring capability, is sitting in warehouses while people line up for the smaller one. 1,037 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled V-twin. The engine block itself is the part pointer here. This is the same fundamental V-twin architecture that Suzuki has been refining for over 2 decades, and it has a documented history of reaching 100,000 miles on basic oil changes. You are buying a machine that the touring community considers essentially indestructible, At a discount because it happens to share a name with a more popular sibling. The sticker is $16,199. Dealers are cutting $2,500 to $3,000 off right now to move the overstock, which is already extraordinary. But here is where it gets better. Because dealers know this bike lacks the buzz of the 800, they are also open to throwing in the OEM aluminum pannier set, which retails for over $1,000 for free to close the deal today. Ask for it specifically, they will say yes. The V-Strom 1050 weighs 554 pounds, which is a real-world consideration, but you are getting a bigger engine, longer range between fill-ups, and a proven long-haul platform at a price that makes the weight trade-off entirely sensible for most touring riders. The Suzuki dealer network is also worth factoring into the purchase decision. V-Strom service and parts are widely available. Dealer familiarity with the platform is high after 2 decades of production, and the aftermarket for luggage, accessories, and modification is extensive. You are not buying an obscure machine that requires specialist knowledge. You are buying a motorcycle that any competent Suzuki dealer has serviced hundreds of times. The other reason to consider the V-Strom 1050 over the 800 is sheer highway comfort. The larger engine produces its torque lower in the rev range, which means less gear changing on long motorway stretches and a more relaxed riding experience on multi-day tours. If your riding is mostly pavement with occasional gravel, the 1050 is the correct machine for the job. The V-Strom 1050 also comes standard with cornering ABS traction control and hill hold control, features that on competing machines often require moving to a higher trim level. The standard specification is high for the price category, and the discount takes it to a level that competing machines with fewer features cannot touch. The V-Strom 1050 is stuck because its own manufacturer outsold it with a smaller model. The machine coming up is stuck because Honda built the exact right motorcycle and then offered it in a trim level that most buyers walk straight past, which is their loss and your opportunity. Subscribe right now if you want dealer-crushing motorcycle data every single week. We are tracking real pricing, real discounts, and real negotiation tactics, not manufacturer-suggested prices that nobody actually pays. Do not miss it. Arriving at number 8, 2025 Honda Goldwing Standard DCT. The Honda Goldwing is one of the best-selling premium touring motorcycles in the world. The catch, it only really sells well in one specific configuration. If you order the tour trim with the full top case and rear trunk, it flies out of dealerships. If you order the base model bagger without the trunk, which Honda designed as a sleeker, sportier-looking alternative, it sits. Buyers spending this kind of money want the complete touring package, and the stripped-down version does not give it to them. 1,833 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled flat 6. The 7-speed dual-clutch transmission is the part pointer, a flawless, lightning-fast automatic shifting system that makes low-speed traffic enjoyable rather than the usual slow-speed balancing act on a heavy motorcycle. It is one of the most refined transmission systems fitted to a production motorcycle, and it is available here at a significant discount because Honda miscalculated the market's appetite for the bagger trim. The sticker is $25,600. Right now, dealers are moving these for $2,000 to $3,000 below sticker because the tour trim is what everybody actually wants. When you are negotiating, acknowledge the main complaint about this trim: the windscreen is too short for highway comfort, and use that to negotiate a heavily subsidized, tall touring screen and heated grips as part of the deal before you sign anything. The dealer needs the sale, you know what the bike is missing. That is leverage. What you are actually getting is a flat 6 Goldwing, one of the most mechanically sophisticated, longest proven engines in motorcycle history, at a meaningful discount in a lighter and more maneuverable configuration than the full tour. If you do not need a top case because you have a trailer, this is an extraordinary deal. The Goldwing's documented reliability is also worth mentioning as a purchase justification context. The flat 6 engine has a long record of owners, reaching 300,000 miles on original bottom ends, a number that belongs in the conversation about value because no competing machine at any price achieves it consistently. You are buying an extraordinarily proven engine at a discount because of a trim-level miscalculation by Honda's marketing department. The other practical advantage of the standard DCT Goldwing over the Tour trim: the weight. Removing the top case and reducing the overall touring infrastructure shaves meaningful mass off the back of the machine, which improves low-speed handling in car parks and urban environments. For solo touring riders who will never carry a passenger, this is the better handling machine, and it is currently available cheaper. A note worth adding for anyone who rides with a passenger regularly: the Goldwing Standard DCT is actually lighter than the Tour trim by a meaningful amount since it lacks the rear trunk. Two-up handling on a lighter machine is noticeably different on winding roads. If your passenger is an experienced rider who wants a sportier feel, the standard DCT is the better machine. If your passenger needs the full comfort cocoon of the Tour, buy the Tour. Know which one you are before you walk in. The Goldwing Standard is a flat-six touring masterpiece sitting on dealer floors because most buyers want the version with the top case. The machine coming up is also an excellent machine. Triumph just had the misfortune of shipping it to dealers right as every premium ADV buyer decided to wait and see what BMW's new GS looked like. Pressing on at number 7, 2025 Triumph Tiger 1200 GT Pro. The timing here is unfortunate for Triumph and excellent for you. Triumph pushed a large allocation of Tiger 1200 inventory onto U.S. dealers in late 2023 and early 2024. Then BMW announced the all-new R1300GS, and buyers, specifically the premium ADV buyer, who was the Tiger's target customer, collectively decided to wait and see what the new BMW looked like before spending $20,000+. 1,160 cubic centimeters, liquid-cooled inline triple. The 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜 semi-active electronic suspension is the part pointer, a system that automatically calculates your payload, the weight of your luggage, and adjusts the damping in real time while you ride. It does this without any rider input. You load the bike differently and the suspension adapts. This is the kind of technology that was exclusive to $60,000 motorcycles 5 years ago. The sticker is $21,895. Dealers are cutting $3,500 to $4,000 off that right now, which makes this one of the better value propositions in the premium ADV segment. But here is the move that most buyers miss. Triumph routinely offers subvented factory financing, sometimes as low as 0.9 or 1.9% APR on slow-moving inventory. Run the actual mathematics before you decide between the cash discount and the low rate. On a $20,000 loan over 60 months, the difference between 2% and 6% interest is several $1,000s. The low rate often wins by more than the upfront discount. Also worth noting, the Tiger 1200 GT Pro comes with a tire pressure monitoring system, heated grips, and a fully colored TFT dashboard as standard equipment. These are features that cost extra on several competitors. The base specification is high even before the discount. What you are buying here is a well-equipped, semi-active suspension ADV machine at a price that reflects a market timing problem rather than any deficiency in the machine itself. The Triumph Tiger 1200 GT Pro is a victim of timing, not quality. The machine coming up is a victim of something more visible. Buyers walk up to it, look at the dashboard, and immediately notice that the competition has moved on while this platform stayed put. Landing at number 6, 2025 Kawasaki Vulcan 1700 Voyager. Sometimes a motorcycle is stuck on the floor because the technology has not kept up, and buyers know it the moment they sit on it. The Vulcan 1700 Voyager is a well-built, comfortable, capable highway tourer. It is also running a basic LCD dashboard and halogen-style gauges in a market where competitors are offering Apple CarPlay and full-color TFT touchscreens. Buyers notice. Buyers walk. 1,700 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled V-twin. The frame-mounted fairing is the part pointer because the massive front fairing bolts to the frame rather than the forks, The steering remains remarkably light despite this machine weighing 895 pounds. Frame-mounted fairings eliminate the handlebar wobble from crosswinds and passing lorry blasts that you feel on fork-mounted designs. It is the same reason the Harley Road Glide has a cult following, and this machine does the same thing for considerably less money. The sticker is $19,799. Dealers are offering $2,500 or more off right now, and there is room for more. Here is the negotiation approach for this specific bike. Be blunt about the platform age. Tell the sales manager, directly and without embarrassment, that you are looking at 10-year-old technology and you are not paying new bike prices for it. Tell them you want it priced like what it is, an older platform at a fair price, and you want all freight and setup surcharges removed from the deal entirely. They will complain. Then they will agree. The frame-mounted fairing, the massive displacement engine, and the full touring infrastructure are all excellent. The infotainment system is not. Price it accordingly, and this becomes a very good buy. One additional negotiation tactic specific to the Voyager: research the Kawasaki Concours 14 before you walk in. Both are slow-selling touring machines at the same dealer. The knowledge that you have an alternative at the same dealership and that you are willing to buy the other machine instead is exactly the kind of information that stops a salesperson defending the sticker and starts a real conversation about what they can actually do. The Vulcan 1700 Voyager is also worth considering as a value proposition against the premium bagger alternatives. At a discounted price of roughly $17,000, you are getting a frame-mounted fairing, shaft drive, a powerful liquid-cooled V-twin, and full touring infrastructure for considerably less than comparably equipped Harley-Davidson or Indian machines. The screen and dash look dated. The rest of the machine does not. The Vulcan Voyager is stuck because the infotainment screen gives the game away. Imagine walking into a viewing holding all the cards. You know the fair price, you know your opening offer, and you know the exact number where you walk away. That's how you knock hundreds, even thousands off the asking price. Our buyer's kit hands you those numbers for just $49. Negotiate from facts and never overpay again. Scan the QR on the right or tap the link in the description. Right away, knowing you got the best deal. The machine coming up is stuck for a reason that has nothing to do with the motorcycle itself. It is an exceptional machine priced at $35,000 in a market where current interest rates have made that monthly payment genuinely difficult for most buyers to absorb. Roaring into the top 5 at number 5, 2025 Indian Pursuit Limited. The Indian Pursuit Limited is a magnificent touring motorcycle. It is also roughly $35,000, and at current interest rates, a finance purchase means a monthly payment that a significant portion of the buying public simply cannot absorb. The machine is not stuck because buyers do not want it. It is stuck because the combination of the purchase price and the financing cost has pushed it out of reach for too many people. 1,768 cubic centimeters, 108 cubic inch, liquid-cooled Power Plus V-twin, the Fox electronically adjustable rear preload is the part pointer. You can adjust the rear suspension for luggage weight and a passenger directly from the infotainment screen while seated on the bike. No getting off, no fumbling with manual adjusters, no guesswork. The suspension adapts to your load on demand. The sticker is $34,999. Dealers are currently taking $3,500 to $4,500 off that number, which is already extraordinary on a machine this premium. But the single most powerful negotiation tactic for this specific bike is timing. Walk into the dealership on the last day of the month. Dealers are paying floor plan interest on a $35,000 asset every single day it sits unsold. On the last day of the month, when they are trying to hit sales targets and stop the bleeding, they will take a loss to close the deal. That is not a theory. That is how floor plan financing works. The Pursuit Limited is the machine that makes Indian loyalists deeply happy and Indian competitors deeply worried. At $4,000 off sticker on the last day of the month, it becomes hard to argue against. One more negotiation consideration on the Pursuit Limited. Indian's accessories catalog is enormous and the dealer margin on accessories is high. If they will not budge further on the bike price, shift to accessories. A set of hard bags, a passenger backrest, or a premium seat upgrade, all at dealer cost or near it, can add several hundred to over $1,000 of value to your purchase without touching the headline price that shows on the invoice. The Fox electronically adjustable rear preload is also a feature worth understanding in its full context. On most touring bikes, adjusting the suspension for a loaded bike or a passenger requires getting off, finding the adjuster, and manually turning it. On the Pursuit, you make that adjustment from the infotainment screen while seated. On a multi-day tour with varying loads, this is a quality-of-life improvement that adds up across thousands of miles. The Indian Pursuit Limited is a magnificent motorcycle sitting on lots because the financing environment is working against it. The machine coming up is also a magnificent motorcycle. Harley built it exceptionally well and then allocated it to dealerships whose entire customer base came in looking for a road glide. Hit that like button right now. We are inside the top 4 and the discounts from here are extraordinary. One tap helps push this toward every rider who is about to walk into a dealership without this information. Charging into number 4, 2025, Harley-Davidson Pan America 1250 Special. Harley built a world-class adventure motorcycle. The problem is that Harley dealers are set up to sell chrome and leather to traditional cruiser buyers, not tall adventure bikes to ADV riders. So the motor company allocated Pan Americas to dealers whose customer base is not the Pan America buyer, and now those dealers have a machine they cannot move sitting in a building full of people who came in for a road glide. 1,252 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled Revolution Max V-Twin. The adaptive ride height system is the part pointer. As you come to a stop, the bike automatically lowers itself by 1 to 2 inches, making it the most accessible tall adventure motorcycle on the market for shorter riders. This is not a gimmick. It is a genuine engineering solution to the single biggest barrier to entry in the ADV segment. The Pan America 1250 special stickers around $20,000. Dealers are taking $3,000 to $4,500 off right now, which is a remarkable discount on a machine this capable. The negotiation rule here is non-negotiable. Do not accept a single dollar of dealer markup or setup fees. Harley dealers are under significant pressure to move Pan Americas to free up floor space for the traditional touring bikes their core customers actually want. Offer a strict out-the-door price of the discounted sticker plus tax only and hold that position. They will blink before you do. The Pan America 1250 Special also benefits from Harley's growing accessories network for ADV riders. The Harley dealer network is enormous and nationwide, which means parts and service access are not a concern the way they might be for more exotic European ADV machines. The machine is technically sophisticated, but backed by the largest American motorcycle dealer network in existence. The Revolution Max engine in the Pan America is also shared with the Sportster S street machine, which means the engineering team has been iterating on it across 2 very different applications. The engine's performance in the Sportster S context, where it is revved harder and ridden more aggressively, has demonstrated strong reliability. In the more relaxed touring application of the Pan America, it is operating well within its capability. The Pan America also uses the same infotainment system as Harley's flagship touring models. If you already use the Harley app or accessories from the Road Glide or Street Glide lineup, the Pan America connects seamlessly. It shares ecosystem infrastructure with the touring models, which is a genuine practical advantage for Harley owners making their first ADV purchase rather than starting from scratch with a European platform. The Pan America is a world-class ADV machine that landed in the wrong showroom. The machine coming up has a different problem. It is sitting right next to machines from the same brand that just received the biggest redesign in 2 decades, and the comparison is doing it no favors. So close at number 3, 2024 and 25, Harley-Davidson Ultra Limited. In 2024, Harley-Davidson gave the Street Glide and Road Glide the biggest redesign in 20 years. New chassis geometry, lighter fairings, updated technology, fresh aesthetics. The Ultra Limited, the full-dress touring flagship, did not get the update. Now it is sitting next to its redesigned siblings on the showroom floor looking visibly older. And buyers with the money for a $32,000 motorcycle are almost universally choosing the new design. 1,868 cubic centimeters, 114 cubic inch, Milwaukee 8 V-twin with twin-cooled cylinder heads. The liquid cooling around the exhaust valves is the part pointer. Unlike the standard air-cooled baggers, this system prevents the inner thigh heat cooking that happens in stop-and-go traffic on a hot day. If you ride in summer heat or sit in city traffic regularly, this is not a minor convenience. It is a significant riding quality improvement that the base models do not have. The sticker on a 2025 Ultra Limited is $32,499. Dealers are currently taking $4,000 to $5,000 off that number to move old generation inventory, which brings a full-dress touring flagship into a price range that starts to look very reasonable for what it is. The negotiation strategy. Tell the sales manager you are strongly leaning toward the redesigned 2025 base model. This puts them in the uncomfortable position of needing to sell you the older generation machine, which means they will aggressively drop the price to steer you toward the bike they need to move. A note on the liquid-cooled cylinder heads that is worth making explicit. This feature does not appear on the base Street Glide or Road Glide models. You are getting a thermal management solution specifically on the machine that sits in traffic most, the fully loaded touring model. In summer commuting conditions, the difference between liquid-cooled heads and air-cooled heads is the difference between comfortable and very uncomfortable in slow-moving traffic. The practical case for the Ultra over the redesigned base models: the Ultra gives you twin-cooled heads, a larger fairing, more integrated storage, and a more complete touring package from the factory. The redesigned Street Glide and Road Glide look more modern, but require accessory spending to match the Ultra's out-of-box capability. Factor that in, and the Ultra at $4,000 to $5,000 off sticker often represents better total value, older design or not. The Ultra Limited got unlucky with its update cycle, and you are the beneficiary. The machine coming up got unlucky with the economy. It is one of the most technically accomplished motorcycles on the market at any price, and it is sitting on dealer floors because $30,000 for an adventure bike is a harder conversation than it was 2 years ago. And up at number 2, 2025 Ducati Multistrada V4 Rally. Ducati built an extraordinary machine here. The Multistrada V4 Rally is loaded with more radar, semi-active suspension technology, and touring infrastructure than most premium cars. It is also roughly $30,000, and casual riders who might have stretched for it 2 years ago are not stretching right now. The machine is spectacular. The timing is catastrophic. 1,158 cubic centimeters. Liquid-cooled V4 𝗕𝗟𝗠𝗧𝗏 engine. The 7.9-gallon aluminum fuel tank is the part pointer. On a machine this capable, range anxiety is the enemy, and a tank this size effectively eliminates it. You can cross state lines on a single fill-up, the radar blind spot detection, the semi-active Ducati Skyhook suspension, the 7-inch TFT display. All of it is present on a machine that dealers now need to discount meaningfully just to start the conversation. The sticker is $29,995. Dealers are taking $3,500 to $4,000 off right now, and there is leverage beyond the price. Ducati valve clearance services are notoriously expensive. The 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜𝗔𝗏𝗔 valve system requires specialist attention at intervals that can cost well over $1,000 at a dealership. When you are negotiating, use this as a chip. Tell the dealer you will sign today if they include a prepaid first major service in the purchase agreement. Dealers who need the sale will say yes. That prepaid service alone could be worth more than an additional cash discount. The radar system on the Multistrada V4 Rally also includes front collision warning, which adds a genuine active safety layer that few competing ADVs offer at any price. You are not just buying a fast, comfortable touring machine. You are buying one that is actively monitoring the traffic situation in front of you and alerting you to developing hazards. At a $26,000 to $27,000 out-the-door price after discounting, this level of safety technology is not available anywhere else. Weight context worth having before you visit the dealer. The V4 Rally comes in around 500 pounds with fuel, heavier than the Tracer 9 GT Plus and Tiger, but significantly lighter than the Harley and Indian machines on this list. For this level of radar technology and touring infrastructure, the weight is a fair trade-off that surprises most buyers who expect something heavier from a flagship Ducati ADV. Imagine walking into a viewing holding all the cards. You know the fair price, you know your opening offer, and you know the exact number where you walk away. That's how you knock hundreds, even thousands off the asking price. Our buyer's kit hands you those numbers for just $49. Negotiate from facts and never overpay again. Scan the QR on the right or tap the link in the description. Ride away knowing you got the best deal. The Ducati Multistrada V4 Rally is stuck because the price is difficult in this economy. The machine at the top of this list is stuck for a completely different reason. BMW built a spectacular, German-engineered luxury bagger, priced it well, and then watched the Harley faithful decline to switch and the BMW faithful decline to buy a cruiser. And saving the absolute best for number one, 2025 BMW R18 Transcontinental. Here it is, the single most heavily discounted touring motorcycle in America right now, and the story behind it is one of the more interesting miscalculations in recent motorcycle history. BMW looked at the Harley-Davidson touring market, the baggers, the full dressers, the chrome and leather faithful, and decided they could do it better. They built the R18 with the largest boxer engine they had ever produced, full luxury touring infrastructure, and premium German engineering throughout. The result weighs 941 pounds and looks exactly like what it is. A BMW trying very hard to look like an American cruiser. The traditional Harley buyers were not persuaded. The BMW buyers were confused. The machine fell into a gap between two audiences, and dealers are now desperate to move them. 1,800, 2 cubic centimeters, air and oil-cooled boxer twin, the 10.25-inch TFT display, and Marshall audio system are the part pointer. Arguably the highest fidelity, most readable infotainment setup ever fitted to a production motorcycle. Marshall designed the speaker system specifically for this machine. The audio quality at highway speeds is extraordinary. It is premium technology on a machine that is currently being given away relative to what it should cost. The sticker is around $25,000. Dealers are taking $6,000 to $8,000 off, and sometimes significantly more, because they simply cannot move these machines. But here is the part that most buyers do not know. BMW Corporate routinely deploys unadvertised dealer cash on the R18 lineup. This is incentive money that goes to the dealer, not the customer, and dealers are not required to disclose it. When you sit down with the sales manager, ask directly, what dealer cash is BMW putting on the R18 right now? If they say nothing, you now know they have a reason to lie. Push harder. That dealer cash, combined with the customer discount, can bring a $25,000 motorcycle to a price that defies explanation, the R18. Transcontinental also has one physical characteristic worth understanding. The boxer engine cylinders stick out to the sides, which means your legs rest against them at low speed. BMW designed heat management specifically to address this, but in very slow urban traffic on hot days, some riders notice it. This is not unique to the R18. Any large air-cooled engine generates heat. It is simply worth knowing before purchase rather than after. One more thing before you walk in. The R18's dealer situation is specific to BMW Motorrad dealers, not general BMW car dealers. If you live in a market with a single Motorrad dealer, check whether additional dealers within driving distance are also carrying unsold R18 inventory. Multiple competing dealers both holding unsold units is exactly the negotiation context you want, and with this machine, it is a scenario worth actively creating. One final point on the R18's value proposition. The Marshall audio system alone retails as a premium add-on on other touring bikes at prices that start around $2,000. On the Transcontinental, it is standard. The TFT display is the largest production motorcycle infotainment screen currently available, and the Boxer Twin has BMW's Century Plus engineering pedigree behind it. You are getting flagship-level technology at a discount that exists purely because BMW misjudge the American market's appetite for a German take on an American format. The power is entirely in your hands right now. Do not pay setup fees. Do not pay ADM. Do not let them bully you in the finance office. To continue the ride, click on the next video showing on your screen right now. We will see you there.